Your emotions contain valuable and powerful information for you on how to best heal and live your life. And when you cultivate a strong and loving relationship with your emotions, instead of trying to hide from them or suppress them or run away from them, then you allow the communication of their wisdom to commence. Welcome back to another video, guys. If you're new to the channel, my name is Justin, and on this channel, I'm dedicated to bringing you the highest quality content on healing, transformation, and expansion so you can live the highest version of your life possible. In today's video, I'm going to go over 3 very powerful exercises on how to heal your emotional trauma and your past wounds. You will see as I go over these 3 different exercises, there's going to be a common denominator or common theme throughout the exercises, which is basically to change the relationship, first and foremost, that you have your emotions, so that you're creating this strong foundation with your emotions instead of, again, hiding or running away from them. And it's also this idea of going within. So instead of trying to do something externally to fill the void or to escape from the pain you might be feeling inside, the idea is to go within and create this loving, beautiful relationship with yourself. And only from this place, from this foundation, can you truly heal and expand into and blossom into this beautiful, higher, more powerful version of yourself, which is who you really are meant to be. And another common theme that you will see is we're going to be integrating this idea of breathing. When you're feeling very strong emotions, it's very hard to calm the mind down with just thoughts. And thoughts do have their time and place, and you will see as I get into these exercises where that place will be. But the idea is to integrate some deep breathing in each of these exercises. And when we integrate deep breathing, what we're doing is signaling both to the body and the mind that it's safe to calm down and allow healing to commence. So without further ado, let's get into those 3 powerful exercises that you can do right now to start healing that emotional pain, the past wounds, the trauma, the negative emotions that you might be feeling right now. The first exercise is a type of embodiment exercise that I use personally and I use with my clients a lot. And the idea is that your emotions are in your body, right? When you feel your emotions, you usually feel it somewhere in your body, your chest, your stomach, your throat maybe. We only really feel that overwhelming sense of emotions when the emotions are really stuck in a certain place in our bodies, because our emotions are emotions, energy in motion. And the idea is the energy is always meant to be in motion. It's always meant to be spread and felt through the body and released and not really held onto and stored. And when we experience some kind of trauma or pain, what happens is we store that emotion or that energy somewhere in the body, and it becomes a blockage for us. So it's not really allowed to pass through us like any other emotion would, but it gets stuck, and that's why we keep feeling the pain of it over and over again. So getting into the exercise is how this works is, again, we're going to start with our deep breaths. So we're going to take a few deep breaths to calm the body, calm the mind, and each one of these exercises, as you'll see, is going to start with deep breathing. You can do whatever feels best for you, but you want to make sure that your breaths are deep and they're not shallow. In other words, they don't stop in the chest, but they go all the way down to your belly. And you want to go all the way deep. And release. And you'll notice even just in that breath, I just felt so much more calm. And the slower and deeper you can go, the better. So first step is going to be take a few deep breaths until you feel calm enough. This can be, depending on what's going on, this can be just 2 or 3, or can it be, you know, like 9, 10, 11, 12 really slow, deep breaths until you get to that point where you really feel calm. Now, the idea is after you go and do your deep breaths, you're going to go within. And what you're going to do when you go within is locate where in your body you're feeling the emotional pain, the trauma, the emotion. It might be one very concentrated place. It might be a few different places or a general area. It's going to be different and depending on you and what you're going through. But the idea again is just to slow down, close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and locate where in your body you're feeling the emotion. The emotions can really be felt anywhere. I've had clients that have felt them like anywhere in their body, but some of the most common places that you're going to feel them are going to be in your stomach or in your chest or in your throat. Those are the most common places, but again, you can really feel them anywhere. So once you've located where you feel them in your body, the next step is to take a step back and simply observe the sensation that's happening in your body. And when I say observe, I want you to observe its characteristics. So, what is the sensation you're feeling in the body? Is it sometimes you feel maybe a stabbing pain, other times it's maybe a sense of nausea, sometimes it's a more dull and aching pain. So feel the sensation, see what kind of sensation there is, and then go beyond the sensation. Sometimes you associate a color with what's going on, or maybe a sense of heat or a sense of coldness, or a certain shape that maybe this emotion is going to take on in your body. So just explore and observe whatever comes up, and you know, have some fun with it. Just see what's going on in your body. Once you've observed the emotion that's in your body, I want you to place your hand on that part of your body, wherever it is. I'm going to just use my chest as an example. You want to place your hand on that part of the body, and again, you want your eyes to be closed if you feel comfortable. And the idea is, once you've felt the pain, you've seen it, you understand where it is in your body, then send it love, okay? You want to send it loving energy, light energy. You can do this however you feel most resonates with you or is most in alignment with you. One of the most powerful ways to do this, in my experience, is the Ho'oponopono meditation. If you're unfamiliar with that, you can do a quick Google search. It's a Hawaiian meditation, an ancient Hawaiian meditation that consists of repeating over and over again 4 different affirmations. And you'll see in a second, these affirmations are very, very powerful. So those 4 affirmations are, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So if you want to go with the Ho'oponopono meditation, you continue to repeat these 4 things over and over again while placing your hand on the place in your body that you feel the pain. So you keep doing it over and over again. And what you'll notice is eventually there's going to be this momentum of love and a different kind of energy that's going to overtake your body. And when this happens, the stored emotion that was so concentrated in one part of your body starts becoming loose, and it starts having that energy of motion again. So it starts moving around your body, and eventually the idea is for it to be felt all the way through your body and released. Before we move on to the second exercise, if you're liking this video so far, please take a second to support me and this channel and this community that I'm building by giving this video a thumbs up and hitting the subscribe button. That way you can be also notified when I release new videos. Thank you so much, and let's move on to the second exercise for healing your emotional trauma and past wounds. And this is going to be the 3-step technique that I have cultivated myself, that I use on a daily basis, that I work with all my clients with. And the idea is there's a 3-step process. The first step is to breathe. As always, it's going to be to take a deep breath, And what we're gonna do is when we take our deep breath is we're gonna go into observer mode. And what I mean by that is just observe what's going on inside. And that's 3 different things. I call this watching the movie within. So one thing is gonna be to watch all the thoughts that are happening in your mind. So usually what happens is our mind is just flooded with thousands of thoughts the moment we've been triggered. Instead of trying to change your thoughts, don't even try to change them into positive ones. Just observe them. Look at them as they're passing through, not as your thoughts themselves, but as the observer of your thoughts. The second thing to observe is your body. Again, similar to the first exercise, your body is going to have some kind of physiological reaction. So it might be your heart beating fast, or you might feel hot, or a tightening in your stomach, or something like that. Just observe what's going on. And the next thing that you want to observe is your emotions. So along with your thoughts, there's going to be a flood of emotions that are coming through your body. And instead of running away with these emotions and being the emotion, observe as the observer, observe the emotions that are coming through. And your emotions, again, they're just energy, it's just a sensation. Instead of trying to hide from them or suppress them, allow your emotions to come up all the way through and feel them through your body. The third step is to allow this process to commence until it's run out of steam. So basically, you want to feel the emotion through, again, not as your pain. You're not your pain, but you're looking at your pain. You're the observer of your pain. Allow it to keep going through until that charge, the negative, that painful charge of your emotion has run out of steam. And what you can do is imagine the emotion coming up, up, up out of your body and up out of your head or out of your heart, however you want to imagine it. And you continue to breathe and observe until you felt the emotion all the way through, that it's run out of steam. Now, this exercise is a really good one to do in the moment when you have just been triggered. So it's a good one to keep in your back pocket if it's, if you've just been triggered by someone or something or an event. Whereas the first exercise that I mentioned, that's one that you want to carve out some time for. So, carve out like 30, 20 minutes to do that first exercise somewhere in your day where you have the time. Whereas this exercise, it's really good in the moment, right? It's very much just observing and releasing. And I have created a PDF for this specific exercise just because it's so powerful. You can download it for free. I'll put the link in the description so you can download it completely free of charge. It's a very quick read, and it also includes a really nice infographic, like a nice diagram where you can actually see in illustration how to do this exercise. So if you want to go deeper on that specific 3-step technique, go ahead and download that, again, free of charge, in the description below for you. Okay, now let's move on to the third powerful exercise that you can do. And this exercise is creating a dialogue with your emotions. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, your emotions very much contain intelligence. They contain information for you on how to heal and how to be most aligned with the best version of yourself and living the highest level, the highest path that you can live on your life or with your life. And when we destroy our relationship with our emotions by either blocking it or suppressing it or hiding from it, then we don't allow this communication of intelligence to come to us or to communicate with us. But when we start doing these exercises that I've talked about and going within and cultivating this loving relationship where we're not scared anymore to face our emotions, but rather we want to build this strong relationship with them, then we allow ourselves to have this exchange of information. And so this third exercise is creating a dialogue with our emotions where we can extract the information and intelligence that it has for us. And how we do this is, again, as always, we must go within and take a few deep breaths because we need to calm the body, we need to calm the mind so we can have this place of clear, communication. And the idea is to literally have a conversation with them. And how we can do this is to start asking some questions, some powerful questions, where we can extract the information we need. I'm going to give you a few questions you can ask here in a second, but whatever feels best for you, whatever feels most aligned for you. And maybe these questions I'm going to give you is just questions to get the ball rolling, but then, you know, just see where the conversation goes, and the answers that come up, it's usually the first thing that comes up. So don't overthink it. Whatever comes up, comes up. Don't judge it. Don't overthink it. So here are some questions you can ask to start getting the ball rolling. Speaking to your emotions, you're asking, what are you here to teach me? What do you need from me personally to heal? How can I create a more loving relationship with you? What information do you have for me? So these are just a few questions to get the ball rolling. And again, just have the conversation flow naturally. Now, super, super important. Once you've allowed this conversation to unfold and you felt like you got what you needed from the conversation, it's super important for you to both integrate and take action on the wisdom that your emotions shared with you. So what I mean by integrate is allow yourself to process the information. Sometimes this is really heavy, powerful wisdom, and you need some time. So take the time for it to process through your body, for you to really understand the gravity of what your emotions have just shared with you. And integrate it lovingly with your whole being. So what that means is, instead of looking at your emotions as something negative and something unwanted, look at it with love, and because it has provided you with some powerful information. It's been a catalyst for your growth. It's allowed you to feel alive. Even if you're feeling negative emotion, it's better than feeling no emotion at all and being this numb, emotionless robot. You are alive. You're feeling what it feels like to be alive. And the emotions, our emotions are the orchestra. They're the music of life. And then also taking action on it. So you've just been shared some powerful information. And sometimes this might not be, you know, actual physical external action. It could be, but actually do what it said to do, whether that means continuing this healing practice, or it means patching up a argument you had with a loved one or something, or just some self-care, or maybe it's telling you to seek professional therapy or seeking professional help. Whatever it means, make sure you take action on the information that it's had for you. Please do not underestimate the power of these exercises. If you're one of those people who is experiencing pain but is just watching the video and not taking action on it, I urge you, do the exercises. They will kickstart your healing and your self-transformation and your expansion and growth. And if you love this video, please continue watching the next video that's coming up here. Again, I'm providing high quality value, high quality content on healing, self-transformation, expansion, and growth. And I'm sure this next video will serve you. Thanks for watching this one, and I will see you in the next video.